Hi everyone, thanks so much for joining me today on Success Made Simple. Do you know, last week we talked about the 5 forces that shape strategy, and one of the things that when I was in banking and even continue to go to conferences, one of the things that really stood out to me is if I'm going to learn a concept, I actually want to learn how to apply that concept. So last week I talked about the different strategies and the forces that shape strategy. This week I'm going to share on those, but tell you how you can apply them in your business. Because sometimes when we look at those strategies, and I'll review those for you today, they can look like ways that actually might be difficult for us as businesses. And we do have to have a defensive posture on some of those things where we're like, okay, if this happens with my competitor, how am I going to respond? But I'm really interested in helping us to be proactive with our response and actually look for the niches and the opportunities in our market in those 5 areas. So before we get started, I'm actually going to share a really encouraging fact with you. I was really curious about millionaires. Do you ever sit and think about millionaires? And part of why I was looking into this is because I want to be a millionaire, and we're getting closer and closer, but really I want to learn as much as I can from successful people. So listen to this. This is going to encourage you. Most of today's millionaires were not born into wealth, the research shows. By a study of Fidelity Investments, they found that 88% of millionaires are self-made. To me, that's awesome. So if you've been told that you'll never amount to anything because your family doesn't have money, don't believe it. It's a lie. Thank goodness that these people didn't believe it. And 88% of the people that are in that category were self-made. Okay, here's another statistic for you. According to a survey by Best Wallet Hacks, the top 10% of U.S. income earners are gaining wealth from business, from farm, and or self-employment income. You know, we teach a lot about real estate, and that is an amazing avenue to create wealth. And we're in the game there, and I totally agree with that. But what this is sharing is that the income coming in for people is coming from their business or their self-employment income, or if you are a farmer, from your land, from cattle, and those types of things. So I come from a long list of farmers, and my dad was a CEO, and he still is so entrepreneurial today, even at 88. And one of the things that he did growing up is he purchased the family farms. Why did he do that? To create wealth, something that he could pass on for generations. But how could he afford to purchase those farms? He did that through his job or through his business. So you and I in business create an income. 50% of that income, when we study the most successful people financially in reference to this article and as far as millionaires, they take 50% of their income and they utilize it. The other 50% of their income, as they make wise decisions on how to invest that income, come from their investment income. That's not just stocks and bonds. That's where when we take the money that we earn on a monthly basis and we invest it in real estate, in investments, in farms to expand our business, all those types of things, that actually produces an additional 50% of income on top of our earning that we have from our businesses. So let me tell you, businesses are a key part of us building wealth. Now, the 5 strategies that we talked about, I'm just going to review those quickly, and then I'm going to touch on the supplier power today. So they are supplier power is one of the strategies. The other one is buyer power. And then we've got competitive rivalry. We have threat of substitution and threat of new entry. So let's take a look at the power of suppliers. Suppliers may constrain your profits if they charge higher profits. or higher prices. So what that means is that if I've got a margin in my business, let's just say, I'll just give you an example from my business, home staging. I have a supplier that I count on for furniture, and it's called American Furniture Warehouse. I'm able to go into American Furniture Warehouse and buy a whole set of furniture for multiple rooms, the way that I set it all up, for about $1,000. That is really, really important to my margin, because if I can go in and charge $2,400 on a staging job and I can actually buy the furniture for $1,000, my goal is I want to hit a 50% profit on everything I do. Then on top of that, I can reuse that furniture, take that investment, and earn recurring income on top of it. So that's what's so important with the power of suppliers, whether you own a coffee shop, even if there's something that happens with oil prices. Let's say our oil prices go up significantly and I own a business or have a business that delivers things. That is going to be a variable that's going to squeeze my margins if that supplier ends up raising prices. Conversely, with people that have delivery services, with the gas prices going down, it's actually an opportunity to go into that market and expand with the higher profit margins. So I encourage you and invite you with your business, take a look at some of your suppliers. See if there might be a way that you can leverage that supplier to either renegotiate one of your supplies or a major part of your supplies, or give your team an assignment to go out and see if they might have an alternative supplier to provide you the raw materials or some of the supplies that you need to run your business. As you do that, you can immediately improve your bottom line. Thank you for joining me today on Success Made Simple.